As you were speaking, I heard the word faith. You have faith that Source wants what's best for you.
So how could, brilliant being that you are, how could you bridge the gap between not believing something and believing it? In other words, that's what faith is. Faith is an understanding of the laws of the universe and a complete trust that it will always turn out the way law of attraction always turns. In other words, faith comes from understanding the laws. You see what we're getting at?
And believing the laws.
Faith and belief feel like the same word to us. But here's the difference between faith and belief, even though they are vibrationally very similar. For most people, when they use the word belief, there is a condition attached to it. Oh, we love saying this to you. This is the leading edge conversation that we've been waiting for days. Feel this. This is the peace that you get this. Belief is usually, for most humans, attached to a condition that gives you justification to believe it. Faith is a vibration that isn't attached to a condition. It's attached to knowledge of the laws of the universe. That's why once you get it, someone might say to you, why are you so happy? Because things are working out for me. Well, I don't see any evidence. Well, you wouldn't see evidence because the evidence hasn't appeared yet. And they'd say, well, then you are a crazy person. You say, no, because I have faith. Well, what is the basis of your faith? Knowledge of the laws of the universe. Knowledge is the basis of my faith. And practice. I've shown myself. I get what I think about whether I want it or not. I have faith that this will go as swimmingly or as poorly as I believe it to be. Expectation is a really powerful word because expectation blends. Expectation, you're going to like this because it fits in with the question that you asked so well. Expectation is the marriage between desire and belief. If you can bring yourself to expect what you desire, now your beliefs are right there, you see.
And that's where desire meets allowing.
You don't have to say that's where. Here's a better question. Abraham, when does desire meet belief? In every waking moment. Ooh, isn't that worth knowing? Now think about what that means. That means Source never takes eyes off of you. Don't you like knowing that? So desire is always right there. Where's the belief? Wandering around in poor Meville.
I'm going to have to wrap my head around that.
Well, the thing that makes it a little tricky for some of you is that you've been believing what you've been seeing for so long that it's hard for you to know that it's not seeing it and then believing it, it's believing it and then seeing it. And once you make that jump, that if you can believe it, how can I believe that this will work? Because I deliberately applied it relative to that, and that worked. So I'm showing myself that conceptually these laws of the universe are always accurate. That's why it was so pleasing to us in the early days of explaining this to Jerry and Esther, when Esther began saying, I did that, something wonderful, and I did that too, something not so wonderful. Because when you take ownership of your own vibrational frequency, then you have an opportunity to bring yourself into alignment. But we want to bring it back full circle and help you to realize we love you so much. We just want to say to you in a blunt way that you will never forget hearing from us, what is the big hairy deal about doing something because it feels good to you when you do it? Ask yourselves, why are you so reluctant to please yourself? Ask that question. Why am I so reluctant? Why is it so difficult for me to think it or speak it or do it thinking that it will feel good to me? Why is it so hard for me to do that? Because I've given my power over to others who didn't want me to do something, because people will say to you, you were so selfish. You do only what pleases you. And what they're really saying is, you really should be doing what pleases me, you selfish one. That's what they're saying. Do you accept that you are an extension of Source? Do you accept that you've been around for a long, whatever time means in a timeless universe? Do you accept that there has been a lot in the becoming of that which you are? Do you? Do you believe that you were consciousness before you came into this physical body? Do you believe that you held intentions? Do you believe that you were wrapped around with that which is source energy? Do you believe that you are a viable part of source energy? And do you believe that as you came into this body, that relationship not only continues to exist, but is amplified and more expanded because there's more for you to focus upon now that you're here? Does that make sense to you? And is it logical to you that source would be right there with you wherever you're reaching and adoring you for the expansion that you are choosing? Eager about the more that you have carved out of all of this? It's just a little bit of self-love that you need. Really. You don't need to continue to have workshop after workshop after workshop, book after book, and process after process, because it's really simple to learn the art of allowing. If it doesn't feel good, you're not doing it. If it does, you are. Esther looks at some people and she just thinks, oh, thank you for being in my life because you are so easy to love. And we say the ones you should be thanking are the ones that are harder to love. Because the ones who are harder to love are the ones that are helping you learn the art of allowing. And until you've learned the art of allowing, then you're practicing something that doesn't work. I am practicing changing of conditions. I'm practicing the changing of conditions, and we say lovingly and sarcastically. How's that working out? Always putting out another brush fire. Just when I think I got everything the way I needed it to be to live a perfect life, that happens. I just got over feeling awful, and then that happens. We say, just stuff's going to keep happening. You might as well just figure out how to feel good anyway. And when you do, less of that stuff happens, and you feel good anyway. You feel good all the time. That's the art of allowing. Seeing the world through the eyes of Source. And so what's the biggest advantage that Source has? Broader view, larger spectrum, more understanding, longer view of well-being, and complete, not just faith, utter knowing in the well-being of all of this. Knowing in the well-being of you, knowing in the worthiness of you, knowing in the capability of you, knowing in the value of you, the purpose of you, knowing all of that about you. And in any little glitch in the moment when you don't know it, you're not allowing that, which is everything. You want to allow that all the time, which makes you clear and fun and beautiful and healthy and flexible and alive and eager and happy. Did we say happy? Happy. Anything less than that is not practicing the art of allowing. Are you happy when you're interested? You are. Are you happy when you're eager? You are. Are you happy when you're having fun? Are you happy when others are having fun? There's so much to be happy about. Isn't there a lot to be happy about? But can you be happy when there's not a lot to be happy about? Yeah.
That's the skill part.
Say again?
That's the skill part.
The skill?
Being happy when there's not a lot to be happy about.
It's just focus. Because there is always way more to be happy about than otherwise. Oh, you as humans, we love you so much. You have such a distorted view. Do you know what happened in your body while you slept last night? We couldn't even begin to give you the full list of all of the perfection that took place in your body while you slept last night. Something to be happy about. Your Earth spinning in perfect proximity to other planets. Something to be happy about. You take it for granted. Oh, yeah, well, that's, yeah, but my salad. Yeah. I know, my body function, yeah. I'm metabolizing, yeah. My skin is holding most of me together, yeah. My blood has little rivers that it goes through. I get that, Abraham, I get it. We say, you have no idea the sophistication or the perfection of the evolution of that which you are on all fronts. And here you all stand as the culmination of such incredible trajectory. There is only reason to have celebration, you see. Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm sure there's something. That should have been vacuumed up. That too. Good grief. Really good conversation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jerry and Esther talked one day early in their relationship with us when they realized that we were aware of everything they were about. Felt a little weird. They're everywhere we are. They hear everything we say. They know everything we're doing. They know everything we want. They are present. Jerry would say, it's a little creepy. Until he realized that we are always on your side, that we never stand in a place of taking a snapshot of judgment. It's always reveling in the furthest expansion of that which you are.